Are you looking for the best solar-powered generators? In this video, we will look at some of the best 7 solar-powered generators market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. GoZero Yeti 200X Solar Generator. This is the power bank I take on shorter trips where I'll be working remotely, but won't have 100% reliable access to power outlets. It weighs just 5 pounds and fits in my car camping bin, and I can also charge it using the 12V outlet in 8 hours, or halfway in just a few hours. It's easy to plug in for drives between locations, and is also a solid backup to leave charged in a to-go bin in the chance you wind up somewhere without accessible power. I use this for items like my phone, a small speaker and headphones, but I've also powered my laptop on it for 2 full power cycles. I'd recommend this for anyone looking for a portable, compact generator for charging phones, portable speakers, headlamps, cameras, and earbuds. Basically anything where you won't need to be powering an RV or refrigerator. The Yeti 200X charges fully in 8 hours via the 12-volt car charging port, and I've charged it fully in 3 hours with solar panels on a sunny day. It only has 4 ports, a 12-volt outlet, an AC port, and 2 USB ports, but it will suffice for most quick needs. Keep an eye on the charging capacity after a few seasons. I have started to notice it diminish in the past year. Number 2. Jackery Explorer 1000 Portable Power Station. This is a fan favorite for car campers, remote workers, and overlanders. I used it on a media trip where we had to keep multiple camera batteries charged during a week-long outing. It has a max capacity of 1002 watt-hours, which is lower than you'll find with others on this list, but can actually power items for longer than some higher capacity models. This won't be your best bet for powering larger appliances, but it's an ideal power station for smaller items and off-grid camping. We charged our photographer's camera batteries while we were charging the power bank on solar power. It was a very sunny winter day, which proved effective and efficient. This model has 8 ports, including 2 AC outlets, 2 USB-C ports, a 12-volt car port, and 2 standard USB-A outlets. It can charge a typical laptop 8 times or power a small refrigerator or powered cooler for over 15 hours. The Jackery Explorer 1000 can be charged with solar panels or a 12-volt outlet in your vehicle while you're on the move, and we did both on our trip. It has fairly standard charging times, with 11.5 hours in a car outlet, 6.5 hours for solar panels, and just 5.5 hours to fully charge in a wall outlet. I did find this somewhat hard to use after dark, and had to use my phone flashlight to see the sides of the power bank that didn't have lights. Otherwise, very few complaints. Number 3. Jackery Explorer 240 Portable Power Station. Most of my needs are for charging smaller items. I don't own a camper or RV, and I don't need to power a refrigerator out in the wild. It's hard to say what's more relevant for outdoors people, but for those who have low-maintenance car camping setups like myself, this 240WH power station is probably all you need. This is reasonably priced, weighs just over 6.5 pounds, and is reliable for its cost. I'd recommend this for people heading out for an overnight or weekend but want to keep lower-powered devices charged. It's also a great backup to leave stashed in a vehicle for emergencies, as it doesn't take up too much space. I was surprised that you need to push the buttons to activate the charging. I had assumed I could just plug something into the port and it would start charging, but double-check that your gear or the unit is actually charging. The handle is comfortable to carry, and since this is such a small power bank, the top handle is sufficient for moving it around. I've been able to fully charge this with Jackery Solar Saga 60W solar panel in just under 5 hours, which is pretty rad for a power bank that can charge an iPhone 24 times. The Explorer 240 can charge 5 devices at once, with a USB-C port, 2 USB-A ports, and a 100-watt AC outlet. It's one of the most portable on this list, and is also super convenient for fast charging for an overnight trip. Number 4. GoZero Yeti 1500X Solar Generator. Optimized for campers who spend extended periods of time off-grid, this high-powered generator has a 600-watt input, allowing it to fully charge in just a few hours with the right equipment. This model will run a full camper or serve as a reliable backup for home power, and the simple interface and charging adapters add to its appeal. I love the adaptability of this unit, which comes with additional add-ons like the Home Integration Kit, which allows people to hook it up to an in-house circuit breaker. It also has something the brand calls the Expansion Module, which gives it the ability to charge it via your vehicle's alternator on the road. This is a solid all-around pick for anyone who doesn't want to be caught off guard with power needs and wants a few ways to make sure the power bank stays charged. This is one of the best-selling power stations on the market, with enough juice to run a full-size fridge for more than 28 hours and charge a smartphone 127 times. It has over 1,500 watt-hours of capacity, making it a stellar option for running a camper. It can be recharged in anywhere from 6 to 14 hours in a wall charger, depending on what gear you have. This model comes with a few different options for solar panels. Just be sure to read the specs and charging time before deciding which one to get. The GoZero's 100-watt solar panel takes roughly 18 to 36 hours to recharge the power station, depending on conditions. Number 5. Anker Solix F2000 Generator. The heavy-duty wheels and telescoping handle on Anker Solix F2000 are easy to use, allow you to stand upright when pulling, and are a dream for people who regularly find themselves moving their power station around, whether it's at a campsite or to different parts of the house during a power outage. Along with convenience, this generator is a powerhouse, and can easily keep your refrigerator running, a heater for greenhouses, yes, we received questions about this, and your RV bright and warm. We're also impressed with Anker's app that allows us to check the charging status or power being generated without continually going outside to check. The app also lets you turn power to the AC and USB ports on and off remotely, keeping tabs on how much energy is being utilized. The Solix F2000 has 12 ports, including 2 car ports, an RV-specific outlet, 4 AC ports, 3 USB-C charging ports, and 2 for USB-A. In sunny conditions and moderate temperatures, this can recharge with a 200-watt solar panel in just a few hours, and can support up to 1,000 watts of solar input. Number 6. GoZero Yeti 500. The 6th iteration of GoZero's Goldilocks-sized power station, the Yeti 500 has a similar capacity and capabilities as the previous model, the Yeti 500X. This is a fantastic middle ground for anyone looking for an off-grid weekend, or who might not need to power appliances during an extended outage, but who wants peace of mind in case of emergencies. The 500W AC power doubles to 1000W with the surge mode, and has enough power to run a refrigerator, lights in a camper, and small kitchen appliances, so even with a power outage, you can still have your morning coffee and keep your perishable items safe. GoZero's entire line is quite rugged, built for outside and travel use without the stress of fragile items. The Yeti 500 is highly water-resistant with a rating of IPX4, and is shockproof and can maintain power output, though less efficiently, at below zero temperatures. This also has a faster charging time compared to previous models, and can fully charge in less than an hour and a half in a standard AC outlet, though solar panel charging will take around 3 hours with a 200W panel. Number 7. Yoshino B2000 Solid-State Solar Generator. Yoshino's B2000 solar generator is different from virtually any other on the market, in that it utilizes a solid-state battery. This means the electrolyte in the battery is solid, rather than a liquid. There are a couple advantages of a solid electrolyte. First, it has a higher energy density, allowing the battery size/weight to be reduced. Second, solid electrolytes are more stable and won't leak. Regarding weight, the B2000 is both light and compact for its capacity. We tested solar charging on a cloudless winter day in northeast PA. In the bright midday sun, using one portable 200-watt panel, we topped out at 181 watts input. With 2 panels, that would translate to 362 watts and an estimated charge time between 3 and 4 hours. Over the course of 5 hours, we repositioned the panel twice, to keep optimal alignment with the sun as input slowly dropped to 70 watts for the one panel. On average, we were able to charge the battery at about 10% per hour, which is pretty respectable for portable panels. Adding a second panel doubles the watts, and cuts charging time in half. The power station itself performed well when tested running a 21 cubic foot, full-size refrigerator. We were able to get an impressive 18 hours and 8 minutes of run time, from 100% charge, until the B2000 shut down. And with Wi-Fi connectivity, we were able to monitor the power usage remotely with Yoshino's app, on a smartphone. We also tested the B2000, using a constant load of 470 watts which it ran for 2 hours and 24 minutes. For reference, we used 4 60-watt light bulbs, an oscillating fan, and a small personal heater to reach 470 watts. The unit has 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, and a wireless charging pad on top. The B2000 features multiple charging options. Aside from solar, It can also be charged via 120-volt AC outlet or 12-volt DC car adapter, included.